Hey, bitches. So, I had someone send me an email and ask me what to do when things go wrong during magic. And not wrong as in it didn't work, but wrong as in something's dangerous. Something's invited itself, or you've accidentally invited something in, and what do you do in that situation, and how do you prevent it from happening again? So, before you do anything, even before you do divination, you should always only invite spirit guides that are those that will serve your highest good. Call for all beings of light and love to join you. You can even do that during spell work. It's always a great idea to say those words because it's letting everyone out there know who can come and who cannot come. And you're going to have a lower risk with nasties or trickster spirits that way. Even before you astral travel, you could say it out loud or think about it, before you're getting ready to go into that state, even before you meditate. Anytime where you're susceptible or vulnerable, it's good to say that statement or something similar. So let's see what else. When you're working with something or someone specifically, call on them only. Be sure that no one else is accidentally invited. Okay, just be really careful. Like I said already, I gave you a really good statement you can say. And then you could add that, add your god or goddess's names to that, and say, and ancestors, and Hecate, or whatever you want to do it, however you want to do it. Just be careful not to accidentally invite anybody else, because it can take years to get rid of. So be careful. That's why I said in my baby witch video, know what you're getting yourself into and work on protection. That's first. So if you're doing, your spell work, you're doing meditation, you're doing an invocation, whatever is happening, and the energy changes, okay? The energy just changes, and you're used to working with this deity, but you can feel this isn't this deity. This is something else. Or you're used to working with this certain spirit guide on the pendulum, and you realize you're not talking to this person, okay? Or this guide, or this deity, or whatever you want to call it, or this ancestor, based on whoever you were talking to. But you want to make sure that if you notice those channels, do not ignore them and just say, well, this is probably just, different energy today. No, their energy doesn't change, okay? Their energy will be the same for as long as they are who they are. If that energy is different, you need to realize that you've got a trickster spirit at the best. At best, because it's probably worse. So, be hopeful for those just little trickster spirits that mean no harm. I'm going to come right back with a part 2. I've got to get my cat. Sorry about that. My cat was right outside of my daughter's door, meowing like a crazy person. So I had to get him and move him so he did not wake her up, because it is almost 3 a.m. Anyway, so you're doing your rite, your ritual, your spell, whatever, and the energy changes, and something's not right, okay? You can also check your candles. If wind's present, of course the candles are going to be, erratic. But if there's no wind, check your candles. Are they flickering? Do they look different? And yeah, as witches, we can walk into a room and the lights flicker. My lights flicker all the damn time when I go room to room. But it's different. This is different. This isn't you not making it happen. This is someone else making it happen. So, just check those candle flames, electronics, things like that. All these different things can be manipulated. This can also make you start to feel anxious, okay? But you have to remember, don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out. Nobody's gonna, reach out and kill you or something. So don't, it'll be okay. There's ways to get you out of this. There's ways to get you out. But the easiest way is prevention, okay? Don't invite anybody who you don't want, and keep yourself protected. But there are ways you can get out. So you may also feel an unknown presence. You may hear strange noises in your home start to happen. You may hear the door crack, the floor crack, the walls crack, knocking, different things. Your phone might start ringing or go off or do something crazy. But if you know it's not you causing it, you've got something you need to deal with. So, I decided to spend a minute talking about prevention for a minute. Okay, prevent this from happening. Because if you get a full-blown poltergeist or possession situation, it can take years and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to get your ass out of this. So we're going to talk about protection and how to prevent this. So protect yourself prior to anything you're doing, okay? Whether you're praying to your protection deity, putting salt down, making sure you're in that right headspace. That is so important. Make sure that you are not harboring fear, okay? They can sense that. They feed on that. Consider wearing a talisman, okay? Consider wearing it, do a protection spell with it and keep that on you and charge it regularly. Keep that talisman on you because it's going to help protect you. And it's pretty. You can pick whatever you want. No rules on talismans. Also, I wrote cleanse. So, keep your areas cleansed. But as you're cleaning your areas, make sure that the negative energy, spirits, and whatever else has somewhere to go. Leave those windows open while you're doing this, okay? Also, playing positive music really loud while you're doing this helps. Ringing bells, clapping, telling negative energy to get out, telling negative spirits to get out, whatever you want. Sing, chant, do whatever you want. Just do whatever you want to cleanse, because it's what resonates with you, right? So next, when you're doing whatever work you're doing, have a strong intention, okay? Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Make sure you have a reason why, and you know why, so you're not just kind of like sticking your toe in the magical pool and you don't know what else is going to come back out with that toe. If that makes any sense. You want to make sure that you're all in, and you know what you're doing, and you know how to do what you're doing, and you know how to stay safe while you're doing it. Make sure you focus your energy the right way, okay? Speak aloud that only positive beings of light and love for your highest good, any of those things that you want to say. But make sure that those are the spirits that are attending the rite, the ritual, the spell, whatever you're calling it at that time. Keep your vibrations high. Keep your aura strong. Make sure your aura is strong and your vibrations are high before you even go into magic, because that's like a calling card to tricksters and nasties that somebody is dabbling in the magical world, either uncentered and mentally kind of all over the place, somebody who's really messed up on drugs, somebody who's scared, and somebody who has low vibrations and like a choppy aura. Those things are like bait. So you want to make sure you don't have any of those things when you're entering the magical world. So what to do? So you've thought you had all your protection in place. You thought you were doing everything right, but something came through. Okay, it happens, and you may go your whole life without it ever happening to you, but you'll probably hear from someone that has have it happen to them. So what to do just in case it happens? Remain calm. Don't just freak out. Throw your athame across the room and run out the door. Don't do that. Remain calm. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Go ahead and politely and calmly thank and release anyone that you're working with, that you've invited in. Thank and release them. Go ahead and close any portals that you've opened. Open your circle up. Tell the being to leave, and they are not welcome. Okay? Just say, I sent you. You are not welcome. You need to leave. Okay? Open a window and sage the shit out of that room. Just sage it, and sage it. And if you can, put some selenite on top of the door frame for that door. Stow it whenever nothing bad can exit that room until you're sure that it's okay. One great thing that works that I said a minute ago, clapping as you've saged the room and the window's open and you're between sages. Like sage for a minute, then clap. Sage for a minute, then clap. Ring your bell. Get your witch's bells. Sing, shout at it. Do whatever you want. So after all that's done and you feel like it's okay, just monitor your space for a while. Monitor it, listen. Kind of keep note of how do you feel when you go back into that space. Has anything spilled out into your home? Does your home seem different? Does anyone in your home seem different? Just, kind of keep an eye out for everybody. Keep an eye out for everybody. That's why protection is so important, because you are not the only one affected by what you're doing. That's why it's so important. I would recommend after that, I would go ahead and just cleanse my whole home. I would go ahead and I have vacuum with like a hyssop mixture that I have in there that I vacuum up, and it stays in there till it's full. Then I empty it out and then vacuum some more up, and I just feel like it just releases good energy. You can do that with any herb. You could even just use basil. But invest in a good floor wash. If you don't want to buy one, you can just boil herbs and let them steep into a tea, and then kind of strain out the big chunks, and then add like a cup of that to your regular mop water. And then as you're making it, have the intention set of this is going to get out the negative energy in my home. This is what this is for. And just like when you're making witchy tea, when you're making witchy mop water, do the same thing. Let's see, you can also do a spray, a witchy spray. They're really easy to make. I'll do a video on them, but the easiest one is to take moon water or rain water, not storm water, but moon water or rain water. And if you don't have those, then just distilled water. Take that, get it where it's a little warmer than room temperature, and then put some black salt in there just to where it makes the liquid black. It just depends on what you're going to use. I'd say for a 100 milliliter little spray bottle, use maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon, and just make that like black witch's salt protection into a spray. That way you can spray it up into the air. You can put salt down anywhere you want in your home, but these are things you really want to do before you have any kind of issues. But once you're sure that the whatever it was is out, go ahead and set those barriers back up however you see fit. There are lots of ways that you can put up barriers and do advanced warding. I'll be doing a video on that pretty soon, talking about some ways that you can do that. But make sure that you have a witch's bottle or witch's protection jar, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you have one of those. But then, since I'm telling you to monitor your home and everything, I wrote down 10 signs of negative energy. So this could be that some energy is just left behind, or it could be a negative entity causing these things. So we don't know for sure what's causing it. I just know what you can be looking out for. So if you have a sense that you're blocked from being able to just achieve like your daily goals, like you feel like you can't get anything done, whether you just feel sick or tired or frustrated, you just feel like you can't get it done for whatever reason, and that's not how you naturally are. Number 2, feeling angry or on edge most of the time. So if this is not you normally, but all of a sudden you are stressed out and you're feeling angry or on edge, that's anxiety. That's induced from outside forces. That's bad. That's definitely bad. If you find yourself disliking others for no reason, and that's not normally you. If you feel a sense of impending doom, which is also anxiety. If you have a lack of energy, and you used to have a lot of energy, but now you don't have any energy. Lack of appetite or an increased appetite. So if your appetite starts to drastically change, think about that. Okay, your sleep is not restful. You're sleeping, but it's not restful sleep. It's being disturbed in different ways while you're trying to sleep. And then number 8, communication feels off. Okay, it feels kind of different and a little tricky to be able to communicate the way that you're feeling and communicate exactly what you want to say when it used to be pretty easy. Let's see, I put difficulty concentrating, and then losing items before ultimately find them in a clear, visible place. I do that all the time. That's just because I'm not looking where I'm actually looking, but if those things start happening to you, and they don't usually start happening to you, then those are signs that you have something going on that you don't want to have going on. So when it does happen, just stop your working calmly. Make sure that you close any portals, open your circle back up. Those things are so important because we don't want things to just keep coming through. You don't want to leave things open. So be sure to do that, and then just follow the steps and, making it leave. If you can't get it to leave after you've tried all these things and you're monitoring your house and these things are still happening, you can look online for companies that specialize in coming out and ridding homes of these types of things. I don't specialize in that, but you can go online and find somebody that'll do it for you. And shop around and make sure the person's not there to rip you off. There's so many damn witches that are ripping people off nowadays. It makes me sick. But just find somebody who has some sort of reference, that you can get, because you don't want to waste your money, because this is something you need. But anyway, that's all I have. It was long and drawn out. I thought it would be short, but I want you guys to know what you're dealing with and know what to do if it happens. And if you have any other questions, please send them to me. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Like, subscribe, share, and blessed be. Bye.